So hello guys, my name is Francis Portillo and I will show you on how to install the XAMPP control panel in your laptop. So I would like to tell you that I have already installed mine, but I will teach you many parts on where to download it and how to connect it so that we can proceed to making our database, okay? So first of all, go to your preferred browser, then type apachefriends.org, download, or just search it in Google, like so, google.com tab. Then after that, search XAMPP control panel, uh, then then enter, wait for it to load. Then as you can see, it has the same directory as the first site that I've shown you. So when you press that, then we will be redirected into the download website. Okay, so if you're Windows, you can download here on your preferred version. I would prefer the latest version because I think it's much more useful. And for those who have Linux OS or Apple OS, they can have also some control panels for those operating systems. Now, after that, you just press download and wait for it to load. Okay, so I'm gonna cancel this, pause, X. Okay, so after that, you just need to press it and install. So I already have mine, so I don't need to do that. Now, how to connect the Zap? So first of all, when you on the XAMPP, you need to check if it's running on administrator rights because in my laptop, I always run it on administrator rights so that I can use the MySQL module. So after that, I would check this so that it be installed. It will be automatically installed and then press start so that it can connect. Okay. After that, if you see the numbers here in the PID, then you're good to go. Okay. Now we will proceed to how to use queries in the control panel. First things first, we need our command prompt because that is where we will put our code lines. Okay. And after that, we will need our XAMPP control panel. If we don't have this, we cannot proceed. Also check the module and the service if it's working because if it's not, then we cannot also proceed. So as you can see here in our command prompt, the command prompt is not yet redirected in the ZAP, so we need to redirect it. But I'm still at my users folder, so we will redirect it by using cd dot dot. So we can go back another cd dot dot. Then now we are in our C drive. So the process here is varying on where you install the ZAP. So mine is installed in the C drive, so that is where I am going to. So the redirecting starts here. So cd XAMPP because that is where my XAMPP folder is. Enter cd mysql because we need to use mysql. SQL, enter. So after that, we use cd bin because that is where the file that we use so we can go to where we can create our database. So cd bin. Okay. After that, you need to type this code mysql dash root dash u root dash p dash h 127.0.0.1. Okay. MySQL u dash u space root p space h, then the numbers 127.0.0.1. So that one. So after that, enter password. You just only need to press enter. Then now we are in our MariaDB connection where we can create our database. So just to explain things, databases are used to store information. We can also edit our information stored in there. So that is where the queries enter. Okay. So now, before we put the information, we need to create where the information is stored, which is the database. So to see in our notepad, this is the syntax. So create database, then database name. Okay. So I will put the name db underscore try tries. Okay. Because this is the second time that I enter that. It's okay. Then we proceed. We need to use that database. Okay. So delete the create database, then type use and delete the semicolon, enter. So database is changed. We are now in our database tries. Okay. So we'll now create the table where we can set our information. So here is the syntax. Create table, table name, conditions, and variable. So here is the code. As you can see, create table, which is the command table tries. I will change that. So the name of our table, product key, which is product ID, which is the name of the column. Int is integer, not null. That is so we cannot type it. Okay. Auto increment is numbers adding, like for example 1, 2, 3. That is auto increment in programming. And primary key, so that it cannot be the same. Like if we enter one product, it will be number one. Then if we enter another product, it will be number two. Okay. So I'll also like you to use some kind of notepad or anything that you can type in, because when using command prompt is most likely a case sensitive workspace. So use notepad to try to look for errors. Okay. So and it's more efficient. So like I'm doing right now, you can copy paste it. So after that, enter here, then enter. See, it accepts the query. Then after that, we'll type select table, select asterisk from the table underscore thrice. Okay. So as you can see, it said empty set. Why? Because we haven't put anything yet in our table. Okay. So now enter the queries. First things first, we'll do the add. Why? Because we can't delete or update anything in our table because there is nothing to delete or update, right? So we need to add first. So as you can see here, add, this is the syntax. So insert into, which is the command, table name, which is the name of your table, column name, which is the name of the columns inside the table, then values, a syntax, and contents, which is what we'll put under those columns. Okay. So as you can see, the create table where product name needs to be the same. All right. Because if it's not the same, it will not enter, or it will not insert the data, and we cannot use what's there. Okay. Always check. So as you can see that, I will change here into price, then copy paste. Like I said, it's much more easier when using a notepad because you can edit and switch again. Okay, so we just need to copy, much more efficient for me. So enter that. As you can see, it accepts the query and one row is affected. So we will try another. So we change here into mango. Then the price will be 750. Okay, copy this, click the command prompt, paste, enter. See, it accepts. Now let's try putting a vegetable. Okay, so you just need to edit the values here because those are the contents. You cannot edit this because those are the columns that is set when we created the table. Okay, so cabbage, so vegetable. We will price it into 850. Copy that. Click the command prompt, enter. One row is affected. So to check, just use select asterisk from table try to see what we have inserted into our table. Okay, so I will. I forgot to edit it. Sorry. So thrice. Always double check. I know I said it, but I got an error. Sorry for that. So I'll try again. Select asterisk from table thrice, and there. Those are what we inputted earlier, right? So now it's showing. Now we'll try to delete. Okay. So delete is another form of query that deletes the information. Okay. So like for example, we will delete the product number one. So here is the syntax. So delete from table name where conditions, then semicolon. So here is the code. So as you can see, Apple is the only thing that has not a, doesn't have a close value. So we will change it. So product ID number one. Okay, copy that, paste it here, enter. So I forgot the semicolon. Sorry for that. So for here, if this occurs, I usually just type use db thrice. After that, after that, it will sense the error db thrice because we are using db thrice, right? Why will you use it again if you're not using now? After that, if it doesn't work, then try create database. Enter that, and don't forget the semicolon again. Enter. So there, the error in the syntax. Okay. Now we can try it again. So semicolon, which I forgotten, but now I'm gonna put there. Enter. I forgot to edit again. Sorry for that. Enter. So it's affected. And when we show the table like that, as you can see, the product number one, which is the apple, is gone. So we will now try to insert another one, which is here. So I'm gonna double check just to be sure. I will try to not make mistakes again. So eggplant, another vegetable. Then I will change it into 950 pesos or 950. After that, and enter. And if you showed it, as you can see, it's number four because it is continue. The numbers are continue. continuously going because of the auto increment that we set when creating the table. Okay. Now we'll use update. So what will we update? Let's just say eggplant turned into a fruit. So I know it's not gonna happen, but let's just say it. So how can we edit the vegetable in the category turn into the fruit? So here is the syntax. So update table name set name of column, which is the current where name of column is desired. So change it here. Category. Then here fruit. Okay. Now copy this. Enter here. So again. So it did not change because the syntax is wrong. So I'll see. Let's try it again. This time fruit, then the other one is vegetable. And as you can see here, copy this, enter here. So it changed, okay? See, those both change it. But to change only the fruit, use the product ID. Why? Because it is unique. So product ID, three. Now I will turn cabbage into a vegetable again. And enter here. So it changed. Yeah, there. Only the cabbage change, okay? Now, in terms of selecting, it's a sorting method that you can only choose one or two, or depends on what you want to choose, okay? So here is the syntax. Select condition from table name. So I will edit this. So when I copy this and post it here, I forgot the semicolon. So I'm gonna do the create database. So it errors there. So we can now put semicolon enter there. Product name is only shown because that is what you chose. You can also choose two categories, okay? So here our old line of code. Let's try to put price, a comma here, then enter. As you can see, what you put here will be the corresponding placements. So in the select select asterisk, product name is first before the price, but in here, price is first before the product name, okay? Now we will use the maximum and minimum value selection. So as you can see, our table has prices, so That is the purpose of that. So I will just show the table. Don't worry, it doesn't delete, it just selects, and there, it's still the same without any edits because you just select it. Now, it's self-explanatory here because you are gonna choose the maximum and minimum value of the price, right? So name column because you can only distinguish values in terms of numbers, right? Which is a much more bigger number. So we'll obviously we're gonna use price. So copy that, paste here, enter, there. So if you're wondering if we can put the product name, of course we can put the product name just like what we did earlier. So product name, comma, enter, that see, mango, product name, and price 750. We can also use that in our maximum. So max, enter that. We can also use different columns, not just the product name. Let's try product ID, and it works. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something, and thank you for watching. Goodbye.